All right, so I don't usually do car videos, which is something I'll probably do more in the future and stuff like that. But I got the news, like everybody else got the news from TMZ, that Hulk Hogan passed away. And I was sitting out here, I was like, damn, Hulk Hogan passed away. And I was like, man, there's going to be some controversy with this one, because here's the thing for those who already know me on this channel. Like, I'm not a fan of Hulk Hogan. You know, there's a lot of people that are like me that are not a fan of Hulk Hogan. But the man passed away. And whether you like him or not, Hogan is an icon. Like, Hulk Hogan is a cultural icon. Okay? And people just say, you know, he's a wrestling icon. Hogan is a cultural icon. Like, if you're talking about like the decade that is the 1980s, you don't get there without talking about, you know, Bird and Magic, Michael Jackson, Prince, Hulk Hogan. That's in that conversation of that decade of how much of a culture icon he is. And Hogan has his fans. You know, and like I said, I wasn't a big Hogan fan, but I was a fan of Hulk Hogan during the NWO, that Hollywood Hulk Hogan. That was my favorite version of Hogan in WCW. And I grew up, my grandfather raised me on WCW, so my grandfather always came up a Ric Flair guy. He wasn't a Hogan guy at all. So I never grew up liking Hulk Hogan, and honestly, when I got to see Hogan in the red and yellow, I just wasn't for that. But the Hollywood Hogan, I was all for that. Hell, even when he came back into WWE for the second run, and he had that little Jimi Hendrix mix, that little so he had that. I was a kind of fan of that one opposed to the Real American. Trust me, unpopular opinion, right? But I was like, it just like, damn, losing Hogan is like, you know, you get taken aback because it's such a big name. But the thing is about it though, well, I'm going to talk about it on detail on the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast this weekend. But the thing is, it's like you gotta keep the same energy though. Despite how you feel about Hogan, the politics and all that stuff that's in there, it's like the man lost his life. But however, I'm not gonna be sitting here and kissing Hogan's ass. I was not a fan of Hulk Hogan, you know, basically in the ring or even definitely outside the ring. I wasn't a fan of Hulk Hogan like that. And for everybody that however you feel, you're entitled to feel how you're feeling, because it's an emotion. We're all humans here. But like, don't be go out there kissing Hulk Hogan's ass, because that's not what his family or his fan base is going to want you to do. You keep the same energy as it is. Anytime somebody dies, it sucks. But rest in peace, Hogan. We'll talk more about it on the podcast.